Hi there and welcome to Modern English Proficiency Level, lesson number 18. Today we're going to be talking about the weather. So before we do that, let's take a look at the warm-up. First of all, repeat after me. Willie's reel, rear wheel. Okay, one more time. Willie's reel, rear wheel. Alright, now let's try and do it 3 times fast. Willie's reel, rear wheel. Willie's reel, rear wheel. Willie's reel, rear wheel. Alright, very good. So, let's talk about what these words mean. First of all, real. If something is real, it's true. The opposite of fake, the opposite of false, right? Something is real. Like you buy a real DVD, you buy a real piece of computer software, right? Opposite of fake. You could also talk about something that's fake as being pirated. Like if you buy DVDs, usually they're pirated DVDs. That means they're fake. Anyway, that's real, okay? Something's true. Next one. Rear. What's rear? Well, on a car you have rear wheels and you have front wheels. Now the front wheels are in the front, the rear wheels are in the back. This is just another way to say back, okay? So that's rear. And wheel, of course you know, on a car has 4 wheels and also a steering wheel up front. So that's wheel. So let's do this one more time. Willie's reel, rear wheel. Okay, very good. Alright, so we just finished the warm-up. Let's talk about some of the words that we learned during the warm-up. First of all, what does the word real mean? That's right, something that's real is true, the opposite of fake. Very good. Next question. Rear. What does the word rear mean? That's right. Rear is another way to say back. The back wheels, the rear. Last question. What is a wheel? That's right. You can find 4 wheels on your car. The wheel are the round parts with the tires on it. Very good. Alright, let's take a look at the interesting idioms now. So, repeat after me. The first one. Today is the perfect weather. Okay, one more time. Today is the perfect weather. Okay, so we're talking about weather today. So, think about it this way. If you say something's perfect, what is perfect? Perfect is the best it could possibly be, right? So let's do this one more time. Today is the perfect weather. Okay, good. Let's look at the next sentence. It feels like summer today. Okay? One more time. It feels like summer today. Well, maybe it's not summer, but it's just warm enough outside, or the sun is shining. You say it feels like summer. Something feels like something. It seems like that. All right? So let's do this sentence one more time. It feels like summer today. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. Looks like it's going to rain. Okay? One more time. Looks like it's going to rain. Right. So if it looks like something, well, it seems like something's going to happen. It looks like it's going to rain today. It looks like it's going to snow today. It just means that the weather feels like something like that is going to happen. It looks like that's going to happen. Rain, of course, when water starts falling out of the sky, right? Rain. So, if you say it looks like it's going to rain, maybe you see a lot of clouds gathering. Maybe you can feel the temperature drop a little bit. You could say, well, it looks like it's going to rain. All right, let's look at the next one. It's sprinkling. Good, one more time. It's sprinkling. Okay, very good. So sprinkling, what does this mean? If it's sprinkling outside, what are we talking about? This is rain. But this is just a little rain, just coming down a little bit, okay? That's sprinkling. So not a hard rain, just a little bit of rain is sprinkling, okay? So, one more time. It's sprinkling. Okay, very good. Let's move on to the next one. It's a perfect day for a picnic. Okay, one more time. It's a perfect day for a picnic. Okay, perfect, we know already, right? Ideal, right? the best it could be. So a picnic. Remember, a picnic is when you grab a blanket, you put some food in a basket, and you go sit outside and eat a meal outside. That's a picnic. So a perfect day for a picnic would probably have to be a nice warm day, a nice sunny day. You couldn't have a picnic during the winter, could you? Go sit outside and freeze to death while you're eating stuff. No. So a perfect day for a picnic would be a nice, warm, sunny day. All right? So, one more time. It's a perfect day for a picnic. All right, good. Let's move on to the last one. It's breezy today. Okay? One more time. It's breezy today. Right. Now, what does breezy mean? Breeze. A breeze is a type of wind, okay? But not a strong wind. Just a little bit of wind. Breezy. All right? Now, you can talk about a cold breeze, or you can talk about a warm breeze, too. So if it's in the summertime, sometimes you'll have a warm breeze. If it's in the fall, you'll have a cold breeze. But just a little bit of wind, not a very strong wind, is a breeze. Okay? So let's read that one more time. It's breezy today. Okay, good. All right, now that we've finished with the interesting idioms, let's have a short quiz on the words that we've learned. First of all, what does the word perfect mean? If I say something is perfect, what does that mean? That's right. If something's perfect, it's ideal. It's the best it could possibly be. There's nothing wrong with it. Very good. Next question. What does it mean if it's, what do I mean if I say it's sprinkling outside? If I tell you it's sprinkling outside, what am I talking about? That's right. If it's sprinkling, it's raining, but just a little bit. Okay? It's a small rain. That's sprinkling. Very good. Next question. What is a picnic? Tell me what a picnic is. That's right. If you go on a picnic, you take some food, you take a blanket, spread it on the ground outside, and eat a meal outside. That's a picnic. Very good. Last question. What does the word breezy mean? If I say it's breezy outside today, what do I mean? That's right, if it's breezy, it's a little bit windy, okay? Not a very powerful wind, a breeze. Very good.
Good morning, John. Nice weather today, huh?
Yeah, if you're a fish. The weather absolutely sucks today, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's pouring outside.
That's some strong wind out there, too.
Man, the weather is quite crappy. Cup of coffee, John?
Don't mind if I do. Well, I will complain about a little bad weather from time to time. Right now, it's hot as heck in Beijing.
Really? What do you prefer, John?
Oh, I don't mind the hot weather so much. You get used to it after a while. Still, the temperate climate around San Francisco is kind of nice.
Better than the winter in some parts of the country. I was in Minnesota last February for a few days. The snow is really coming down.
I know what you mean. I was in Vermont last January, and although it was bright and clear every day, The temperature hovered around -30 Celsius.
Wow, that's really cold. I'll take this environment anytime. Well, have a nice day, everyone.
All right, now let's take a look at the 10 sentences. So today we're talking about weather, all different kinds of weather. So let's learn some ways to talk about the weather, some ways to describe the weather. All right? So repeat after me. Sentence number 1. It's pouring outside. All right, good. One more time. It's pouring outside. All right, what's it mean if it's pouring? Pouring. Well, think about this. If you have a bottle full of water, you take the top off, you can pour it out. The water comes out very quickly, right? You pour something, the water comes out quickly, or the liquid comes out very quickly. So, if it's pouring outside, this is a way to describe a very strong rain. Almost like somebody's pouring a bottle out over a city or over your head, okay? That's very strong rain, is pouring rain, all right? So, let's do the sentence one more time. It's pouring outside. All right, good. Move on to the next one. Number 2. Nice weather today, isn't it? All right, one more time. Nice weather today, isn't it? Okay, so what does this mean? This is a tough one to figure out, isn't it? Nice weather. It means the weather is beautiful today, right? It's a good way to start a conversation. Perhaps if you have nothing in common with a person, we can talk about the weather. Probably the most boring conversation. But it's always something that you can talk about with somebody because everybody cares about the weather, don't they? So, you could use this sentence to start a conversation with somebody you don't really know. You could say, nice weather today, isn't it? Just make sure the weather is nice when you use this sentence. Okay? So, one more time. Nice weather today, isn't it? All right, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 3. It's scalding hot right now in the jungle. All right? One more time. It's scalding hot right now in the jungle. Okay, first of all, a jungle. What is a jungle? A jungle is like a big, dark, dense forest, okay? A lot of plants everywhere. That's a jungle, okay? You usually find in maybe Africa or someplace like that. So a very deep, dark forest, okay? That's a jungle. So, scalding hot. Well, first of all, you know scalding means hot because we have it together. We have it together with the word hot. So you know it's a type of hot, but scalding is what? Well, literally, think about this. You boil some water, okay? You've got some boiling water. You take your hand and you put it inside the water. That's scalding, all right? You've scalded yourself. You burned yourself with a liquid. That's scalding hot. So just another way to describe something that's very hot would be scalding hot. So think about a jungle. Jungle, usually very hot, right? So let's read the sentence one more time. It's scalding hot right now in the jungle. All right, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 4. The snow's really coming down. Okay? One more time. The snow's really coming down. Okay, well, coming down. It's coming out of the sky. So you can use this to describe any type of weather where something is falling out of the sky. If it's happening very fast, or a lot of it's coming out of the sky. If the snow is really coming down, it's snowing very hard. So, let's read that one more time. The snow's really coming down. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 5. The weather really sucks today. Okay, one more time. The weather really sucks today. All right, well, sucks. You can use this to describe anything that you don't like. It's just bad, all right? The weather sucks. Your car sucks. This class sucks, all right? Something that's bad sucks. So, if you say the weather sucks, maybe you just don't like the weather. It's too hot for you. It's too cold for you. It's raining all the time. It's snowing too much. You can use sucks to describe any kind of weather you don't like. So let's do it one more time. The weather really sucks today. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 6. That's some strong wind out there. Okay, one more time. That's some strong wind out there. All right, so strong wind. Strong wind is very powerful wind, right? Another way to start a conversation with somebody you don't know, you could maybe turn to them and say, that's some strong wind out there. Okay, it just means it's very windy outside right now, okay? Strong wind. So one more time. That's some strong wind out there. Okay, good. Let's move on to the next one. Number 7. It's such a beautiful day today, bright and clear. Okay, one more time. It's such a beautiful day today, bright and clear. So beautiful you know already, right? A beautiful day. If it's bright, that means it's sunny. There's sunshine, okay? It's a bright day. If it's clear, That means there's no clouds in the sky. The opposite of clear is cloudy. We have cloudy and clear. So clear, no clouds in the sky. Bright, there's a lot of sunshine. You could say it's sunny and clear also. All right, so let's read that one more time. It's such a beautiful day today, bright and clear. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Number 8. Weather can play an important part in people's mood. Okay, one more time. Weather can play an important part in people's mood. Okay, well actually, what is mood? Mood is what? Mood is how you're feeling. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you depressed? That's your mood. So, a lot of people think that weather can play a big part in your mood. I believe in this myself, actually. If it's a sunny day, you usually tend to be much happier when you wake up and you see sunshine outside, you see the birds singing, and you see the grass growing. You just feel happy, right? Now, if it's a cloudy day, if it's always rainy, you may tend to get depressed. You may tend to feel a little sad. So I really believe that the weather can affect your mood. All right? So let's read this one more time. Weather can play an important part in people's mood. Okay, the next one, number 9. I prefer humid weather to the dry Beijing air. Okay, one more time. I prefer humid weather to the dry Beijing air. All right, so 2 different ways to talk about air, okay, the air in a place. You can either have humid air or you can have dry air. Now, dry air, everybody knows what that is. Everybody always complains about Beijing is too dry, right? Your skin gets dry. You always have to put lotion on your skin. Can be uncomfortable, but the opposite of that is humid. Think about Shanghai during the summer months. Very humid, lots of moisture in the air, lots of water in the air. So when you sweat, your sweat just stays on your skin. It can't go anywhere. Now in Beijing, at least when you sweat, the air will take it away from your body. It'll make you feel a little cooler. So I actually don't prefer humid air to dry air. I think dry air is much more comfortable, usually. But let's read this sentence one more time. I prefer humid weather to the dry Beijing air. All right, good. Let's look at the last sentence, number 10. What's the weather like in Peru? Okay, one more time. What's the weather like in Peru? All right, so you can use this to ask about any place. What's the weather like in Minnesota? What's the weather like in Shanghai? You can just use this to ask about the weather in a certain place. Peru, of course, a country in South America. Yes, I hope so. Anyway, but you can use this to ask a question about weather in any place, any given place. What's the weather like? All right. So let's say it one more time. What's the weather like in Peru? Okay, good. All right, now it's time for a short quiz. So, first of all, tell me what the word pouring means. If I tell you it's pouring outside, what do I mean? That's right, if it's pouring, it's raining very hard. Very good. Next question. If I tell you it's scalding hot, what does that mean? Scalding. That's right, scalding is just another way to say very hot. Very, very hot is scalding hot. Very good. Next question. What is a jungle? That's right, a jungle is a very dense, dark, hot kind of forest, okay? You can find it in like Vietnam or like parts of Africa. That's a jungle. Very good. Next question. If I say something sucks, what do I mean? If I say something sucks. That's right, if something sucks, it's not good. Very good. That's right, if something sucks, it's not good. Very good. Next question. If I say today it's very clear outside, what am I talking about? If it's a very clear day. That's right, it means there's no clouds. Very good. Next question. What does the word mood mean? If I say I'm in a good mood, what am I talking about? That's right, mood describes your feelings, describes if you're happy, sad, depressed. Very good. Next question. What does the word humid mean? If I say the air is very humid, what do I mean? That's right, this is like the opposite of dry air. Humid air has a lot of moisture in it. Very good. Last question. What is Peru? That's right, Peru is a country in South America. Very good. All right, it's time for our joke today, a little bit of humor. All right, so today I'm going to tell you a joke about Mexico and the United States, okay? So, here's how the joke goes. There was a border guard guarding the Mexican and United States border, okay? One day, a little Mexican guy came riding up on a bicycle, and on one shoulder he had a bag, and on another shoulder he had another bag. The border guard, of course, had to stop him, and he said, "Look, what do you have inside those bags?" The little Mexican guy said, "Sand." So, he said, "Well, I don't know if I believe you. I better have a look." So he looked inside the one bag. There's sand inside. Looked inside the other bag. There's sand. So he said, "Okay, go ahead. You can leave." A week later, the same little Mexican guy came riding up to the border on a bicycle. On one shoulder is one bag. On another shoulder is another bag. Of course, the same border guard was working there, and he asked the guy, "What do you have inside those bags?" He replied again, "Sand!" So, the border guard checked again, and in one bag is sand, and the other bag is sand. So, he let him go through. The next week, the same thing happened. The same little Mexican guy comes riding up on a bicycle with two bags on his shoulders. The guard has to check again, but first he asks him, "Okay, what do you have inside there?" And his answer, "Sand," of course. So he looks inside, and there's still sand inside the bag. So he waves him through. The next week, the same thing happens, exactly the same way. Asks him what's inside the bag. He says, "Sand." He looks inside, and it's sand again. Finally, the next week, the border guard is waiting and waiting because he thinks, well, probably the same thing will happen. It's happened the same time, the same way, for a month. But lo and behold, nothing happens. Nobody comes up to the border. Later that night, he's in the town, and he's eating something at a restaurant. He looks over, and he sees the same little Mexican guy sitting at a table eating something. He goes over to him, and he says, "Listen, I'm really curious. I'm sure you were smuggling something, but I can't think of what it was. All I could see in those bags is sand. Please, please, just tell me, what were you smuggling across the border?" The little Mexican guy looks at him and he says, bicycles. Okay, anyway, so a couple words we want to talk about. First of all, border. A border is the line between two countries, okay? That's a border. Another thing, sand. What is sand? Very, very, very small rocks. You'll find sand on a beach, right? What else? Bicycles. I hope you know what a bicycle is. Another big word, smuggling. If you smuggle something, you hide something and take it across a border. You can smuggle drugs into a country. That means you hide them somehow and take them into the country. All right? All right, for this portion, I'd like to talk a little bit about well, different places in this world have different weather, right? And I'd like to teach you the difference between weather and climate, okay? There's a difference between these two things. Now, if I'm talking about a big region, if I'm talking about like North America, I'd be talking about what's known as climate. This is the weather over a long period of time and over a big space. That's climate. If I'm talking about China and I say climate, well, China's too big to really talk about climate. There's different climates in China. Northern part of China has a different climate than the southern part of China. That's the difference between weather and climate. Weather could just be for one day, right? You look outside, what's the weather like today? Climate is another thing. If I say the climate of Beijing is really dry, usually it's pretty dry, right? We don't get too much rain, we don't get too much snow. That would be climate, all right? Now, also, different parts of the world have really different climate, have really different weather. I mean, some parts, like Beijing, is known to be really dry. This is a very dry place. My home, Minnesota, my state of Minnesota, is known to be a very, very, well, it's a wet place. There's a lot of lakes, but there's also a lot of snowfall in the winter, and there's quite a bit of rain during the summer, and also very humid during the summer. Humid, remember. Very wet air, okay? Opposite of dry air. Now, some other places, like Dandong, China, another place I've lived before, Dandong. This place has a more moderate climate. Moderate means doesn't change so much one way or the other. And the reason is because it's very close to a river. A river can sometimes influence the climate. Sometimes in the winter, it doesn't get as cold as it normally would. Sometimes in the summer, it doesn't get quite as hot as it normally would because of that body of water that's nearby to the town. Okay? Other places have very changeable weather. I've lived in New Zealand before too. The weather there can change like that fast. One day you could wake up in the morning and it could be a sunny day, really beautiful sunny day. Maybe 5 minutes later, it's raining. It would rain for maybe 10 minutes and then it's sunny again. The craziest weather I've ever seen. Probably because it's a small little island out in the middle of the ocean, so the clouds can move by really quickly. So anyway, I hope you found some of this useful. I'm talking what I talked about today, weather and climate. Remember, weather is used to describe maybe one day or 1 week we've had some bad weather. Climate would be for like a year or a series of years and also over a larger area. So difference between weather and climate. You bet. Okay? One more time. You bet. All right. Now, if I tell you, you bet, if you ask me a question, you ask me, hey, do you want to go out to dinner with me tonight? I'll buy you some food. I could say, you bet, just means yes, I really want to. You bet. What is bet? What do you mean by bet? Okay, let's say, I can run faster than you. And you could say, no, you can't. I don't think you can run faster than me. I could say, do you want to bet? Then you could say, sure, I want to bet. Bet is you wager money, right? You put some money on the table. I say, I bet 5 kwai I can run faster than you. Okay? If we really run and you run faster than me, I have to give you 5. If I run faster than you, you have to give me 5, right? That's how you make a bet. Okay, so anyway, let's do this word one more time. So you bet. All right, now you know where the origin of bet comes from, right? You bet. Anytime you bet it's a gamble, right? You're wagering money by betting. So you can also say you bet is just a way to say yes, that's right. You bet. Do you want to come with me to the movie tonight? You bet. That means yes, I want to go to the movie with you tonight. Okay? All right, time for the role play. For today's role play, I want you to get into groups of 2, find a partner, and sit down and talk about these questions together, okay? First of all, answer this for me. What's your favorite weather? What's your favorite kind of weather? Do you like rain? Do you like snow? Do you like hail? Do you love hurricanes? Do you like tornadoes? Okay, first of all, figure out what I'm talking about. What is a tornado? Find out what this is, okay? Tell me if you like this. What's a hurricane? Find out what that is, too. Look it up, ask your teacher, but just tell me what's your favorite type of weather, okay? Also, tell me what is your favorite season. What season of the year do you like best? Do you like spring? Do you like summer? Do you like autumn? Or do you like winter? What is your favorite type of season? What is your favorite season out of the year? Okay? Now also tell me the reasons that you enjoy this season. Tell me why. If you like summer, give me a list of reasons why you like summer. Just don't say, I like summer, and that's it. No, tell me why. Why do you like summer? Or if you like winter, tell me why you like winter. I don't know why anybody would possibly like winter, but tell me why if you do like winter. Okay? So, 2 different questions I want you to answer. What's your favorite type of weather? And also, what is your favorite season out of the year? So, get together with a partner, answer these questions, and I'm going to go around the room and we'll see what your answers are, okay? So get to work. Okay, for this next role play, what you're going to do is you're going to get to pretend you're a weather forecaster. You know what a weather forecaster is? Well, think about on television. Sometimes you'll see somebody stand in front of a weather map and they'll say, in Beijing today, it'll be 29 degrees. In Shanghai, it'll be 132 degrees, all right? Somebody like that. You talk about what the weather is going to be like. If you forecast something, you tell what's going to happen in the future. So you can give us the forecast for this week. Tell us what's going to happen tomorrow. What's going to happen the next day. Tell us, is it going to be, what kind of weather is it going to be? Is it going to rain? Is it going to snow? Is it going to be sunny? What's the temperature going to be? So pretend that you're a weather forecaster. You're a weatherman or a weather girl, okay? Tell us what's going to happen in the next 5 days, okay? Give us the future forecast. So get together with a partner and play weather forecaster. Go. Hi everybody, welcome to Modern English Proficiency Level. I'm going to be your teacher for these series of lessons, 1 through 36, and well, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself before we get going. My name is Jake Massey, alright? I'm from the United States of America. I was born in the state of Minnesota. I went to school for an English degree. I have a degree in English literature and a degree in communications. So pretty good degrees for English teaching. This is not exactly what I wanted to do.